Hi everyone, it's Lori from Crystal Earth Magic. How is everybody doing out there? I just wanted to come in real quick and give you some really important messages that my guides are sharing and that we got from Wiltara and the Galactic Federation and Archangel Michael in last week's Stargate. So, as we know, there's so much going on. And I'm practicing what I've been preaching, kind of going within. And kind of using this time where there's not a lot overtly happening, but yet tons is happening behind the scenes. I'm using this time to really work on myself, learn new things, practice new things, and give myself exactly what I need to be in the best position to be a guide for this new world, to really participate. And all of you have a role in this new earth that we are about to create and that we are creating as we speak. The message now is patience. And that's a difficult one for a lot of us. A lot of us are not patient. I'm one of those where I struggle with the patience factor. However, I'm learning, and it gets easier. The more that you just surrender into the flow, the more that you surrender into the knowingness that everything is happening the way it is supposed to. We don't know divine timing, and divine timing is definitely involved with all of this. We can go into all of the 3D things that are happening behind the scenes, but I really want to keep this on a more galactic perspective, a more metaphysical perspective, a more spiritual perspective. Everything that is happening has been in place for a very, very long time. On our Earth, it's been in place for decades, many decades, more than most of us even realize. From a galactic perspective, it's been in place for millions of years. None of this is happening by happenstance. Everything has been planned. Everything is absolutely working. As you know, I channel the Galactic Federation and my guide Wiltara, who is an Arcturian, one of the most evolved and ancient races in our galaxy. She has been very adamant in asking us to do this work, to do this inner work, to go within, to clear out all of the things that are triggering us. A lot of us are being triggered daily by other people, by events around us, by being impatient. Like, why isn't everything happening on my timeline? Well, this is that time to have that surrender into the knowingness that everything is okay. Everything is proceeding as planned. It just isn't our timing. It's very, very, very important. The other really important thing, probably even more important, is to stay out of fear. Stay away from the stuff that makes you feel upset or lowers your vibration, because there's a lot of that out there. Stay away from people that lower your vibration. This is the time. There is no more fence sitting. This is the time to absolutely distance yourself from those who are bringing you down. Okay. Now, number one, these people can be triggers for you so that you can now go within and see where you still need to work on yourself. Where do you have traumas that have not been released or worked on? We all have something. I mean, we're human. We've been through a lot of stuff in this lifetime and in other lifetimes. As we know, we're clearing, not just for ourselves, but for the collective. And by the collective, I mean everything that we've ever been in every lifetime we've ever lived. So there is a lot going on, and we don't consciously understand all of it. Sometimes we can touch on it when we get into a meditative state or a deep dream state. But often in our conscious waking day, we don't really understand. However, there is that knowingness that pushes us forward, that impels us to do better, to be better, to be an agent of good, of change, of compassion in this world. So what is triggering you? Is it the news or the lack thereof? If that's the case, then it's time to work on that patience and that surrender and that trust. Okay. We're not talking a blind trust. We're talking a knowingness in your DNA that you know that this is the time for humanity to be liberated. This is the time where everything comes together and we finally break free of our self-imposed prison, because really it is. We have agreed to so many things throughout the hundreds and thousands of years prior to this time. We have agreed to a lot of things just because we were ignorant. We didn't understand, or we thought we didn't have the power. And this is the time to stay out of fear that nothing is going to change, stay out of fear that all is lost, and really to cultivate that trust. It's in your cellular structure. It is in the knowingness that you have every time you go into meditation. Meditation is so important right now. This is the time to go within. Where we live here in Ohio, it's the deep, dark winter. There's not a lot going on socially. There's not a lot going on news-wise. Go within. This is the time to learn new things, learn about our history, both in the 3D world, in our country, in our world, and also our galactic history. We are galactic citizens. We just have not realized it, but many of us are waking up now. And again, we're approaching that critical mass. It may not look like it when you look around. And you see people wearing 2 masks and sitting in their car by themselves. It may not look like that. But right now, educate yourself. Don't let other people's fear drag you into that vibration. Because when you are in that fear, you are very easily controlled by all the propaganda, the mind manipulation, the mind control that is being piped out from cell towers, from satellites, from TVs, from radios, from computers, from phones, everything. This is real. The dark forces know that their time is up, and they are pulling out all the stops. They are in fear. They are like a cornered animal. We've talked about this over and over the last few years. However, again, Wiltara and the Galactic Federation and the angels are really, really focusing on us staying out of fear and keeping that vibration of peace and love and compassion if we can. And if we can't, then we need to work on it. It doesn't mean that we're not human and we're not going to get triggered. Again, these triggers are actually gifts in disguise. They show us where we are still vibrating in a lower vibration. They show us where we still have unhealed aspects of ourselves, that this is that time to work on it. We're being given this time. Don't look at it as being imprisoned. Look at it as a gift. Because everything is perspective. If you believe you are imprisoned, if you believe that you have no chance, if you believe that all is lost, then that's what your reality is going to show you. If you believe that everything is happening for the greater good behind the scenes and in your world, then that is what you will see reflected around you. Right now, out in the greater societies, in this 3D physical existence, everything is inverted. It's part of the dark forces plan. That's how they have operated for eons. It's not going to change now. It's just going to get louder. It's going to get more in your face. And we're all going to be confronted with choices that show who we really are and where we are really vibrating. So again, stay out of fear. You are a sovereign being. Every day before I go to bed, I say something to that effect, that I'm a sovereign being and I do not allow anything less than love and light to come into my energy field. Especially important when you sleep. There's a lot of dark forces out there right now. You need to have that light around you, the light of love, the light of compassion, the light of your true being. Because inside we are all love and light and compassion. It doesn't mean in 3D we don't get triggered and get angry and frustrated and fearful and impatient. But it does, we do not have to focus on those things. And when those things come, again, look at them as gifts, as kind of markers as to how you're doing, as to what you still need to work on, what you still need to focus on to heal yourself. If you need help, there are plenty of people to help you. Go to a trusted healer, go to a trusted friend, talk to whoever it is that will help you. But there's a lot of energetic stuff going on with these dark forces. We're being bombarded with this mind control, this artificial intelligence, AI. We are absolutely in the battle for our souls right now. And we're in the battle for the soul of our earth and humanity. And we will not lose. Our galactic brothers and sisters are hard at work helping to liberate Earth from the atrocities that it's going to be very difficult for a lot of people to even face these. But we have to at least look at them, and we have to understand what has been happening behind the scenes for so very long, how we have been kept in this prison, self-imposed, again, because we agreed to it. We consented on some level. Right now, just always iterate that I do not consent to any of this. I am a sovereign being. Only love and light may touch me. Be sure of who you are talking to, both in the 3D world with other people, and also be very sure who you are talking to in meditation. What does it feel like? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like compassion? Does it feel like they have your greater good at heart? Or does it feel fearful? Does it feel angry? Does it feel manipulative? Because I think right now we all need to really take stock of who we're talking to, who we are giving our time and our energy and our trust to. It all comes down to knowing your energy field and knowing how it feels when a being of love and light is speaking to you. A being that has a higher vibration, as opposed to someone manipulating you, because there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing going around these days. You can see it everywhere in this inversion that is happening by these dark forces. They know their time is up, and they are absolutely not going to just give up and say, oh, okay, then we lost. We're out of here. No, this is a fight to the death for them. It really is. And it's also a fight to the death for us. I don't mean physical fighting. I mean fighting for your soul. I mean doing the things that keep you in a higher vibration. When you are resonating with a fifth dimensional consciousness, these things cannot touch you. They absolutely can't. This mind control is absolutely ineffective on you. The whole point of this is to help raise the frequency of humanity completely. All of us, as you know, and there will always be some that will not. They will not raise their frequency, and there's nothing you can do about that. But many more will awaken in the days, weeks, months, years to come. Again, we're close to critical mass. It may not look like it, but that is the case, I assure you. So again, meditate, go into quiet contemplation, go out in nature. Even though it's cold, it's still very beautiful. And if you don't want to go outside, read a good book. Do something uplifting, something that makes you laugh, something that makes you joyful. Work with your crystals. When you are going on the internet or your phone, make sure you have some protection. I'll always say some kind of a prayer or some kind of put some kind of protection in place that you will be safe from the agents of the dark forces as you go on the internet and your phone and the TV or whatever it is, because they are rampant. They are stronger than I have ever seen before, to the point that when I pick up my phone, my hand even hurts. So I'm trying to use a lot of things to help with all of this stuff coming through. Certainly it's EMFs, electromagnetic forces, for sure. But there's also all of that propaganda, mind control, and things we don't even know about. There's a lot of artificial intelligence being rained down upon us. It comes out of these devices. It comes from the chemtrails in the skies. It's in our food. It's in our water. What do? We use our higher faculties, and we pray over it. We send energy into it. If you do some kind of healing like Reiki, you can Reiki your food, your water. Send love into it. Send good nutrition into whatever you're eating. This is the way that we counteract these lower forces, by rising above it. When we can walk around in a fifth dimensional consciousness, I call it the little bubble that we walk around, because everything is lovely. And then you go out and you see people suffering. So instead of judging those people, and it's difficult, let's be honest, it's very difficult to not judge somebody wearing 4 masks and sitting alone in their car. It's difficult. But these people need compassion. Some of these are very, very good people, and they are in fear. And it's very hard to get out of this mind control once you are in it. Just ask anybody who's been mind controlled by any of the programs through governments over the years. There are so many, MK Ultra being one of them. There are many, many, many programs, and probably thousands of them that we don't even know about. These are in operational mode, full operational mode now on the entire public. So it's not something to fear. The whole point is to stay out of fear, educate yourself, and really work on yourself. Use this time to go within. Stay off of the 3D social media platforms. I mean, Facebook is so abominated right now. Twitter is so abominated right now. Basically, again, I'm practicing what I preach. I have not been on those platforms except in my personal groups. I have a personal group on Facebook, Crystal Earth Magic Healing Circle, and the same name on MeWe. But I'm on there very seldom unless I have a message for everybody every once in a while. And again, I communicate through my newsletters. So if you ever want to subscribe to that, it's on my website and you can sign up from any page. I will try to do more videos like this because I think this is a really good way, a personal way to get in touch with everybody and to know that everything is okay. Nothing has changed. Everything is fine. We are just, again, it's about staying in our power, staying in our truth, staying out of fear. What can you do to bring peace into your life right now? What can you do to feel that love? Because when you're feeling that love, you truly are protected. You're absolutely creating this Merkaba field around you. You're creating this field of light around you. Nothing can touch you when you're there. I'm not suggesting that we can walk through our life like a master every single second, because we are triggered during the day. But it is very important that you come back to center as soon as you can once you realize that you've been triggered. And then look at what it is, what was in that trigger. Maybe the person triggering you is really here to teach you something, even if they don't consciously understand that. There's so much happening. It's all good. Again, our galactic brothers and sisters are fighting very hard for us. They are working very, very, very hard at helping liberate humanity and liberate the earth. It's all going to be okay. We don't know the time. We don't know the day. We just trust that it's going to happen because this plan has been in place for millions of years. Millions of years. And again, there are so many levels of this, but try to stay in the higher perspective and know that galactically, it's all good. This is the time that Earth rises above all of this that has been going on for so very long, longer than we can even imagine. Do what you can to educate yourself on what has happened. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on every single news report that's, a lot of them turn out to be nothing burgers, because do you really think that we're going to transmit what's going on to the enemy forces? Really? Come on, that's common sense, right? So you're not going to hear everything. You're not going to know everything. Right now, everything is happening behind the scenes. And again, tune into your own internal guidance. If you need help, see somebody to help you. There are plenty of healers in this world. If something doesn't resonate with you, walk away. There's a lot of infiltration in the spiritual community, as you probably have realized. A lot of infiltration. And a lot of people are not, a lot of people are doing it purposely because they're agents of the dark side. A lot of ones have just been manipulated by fear. And so they believe they're doing the right thing. All you can do is stay in your peaceful center. All you can do is find out what your truth is. And do whatever it takes to clear any of this dark stuff out of you. Make peace with your shadow. Make peace with all of that yuckiness that still exists. It happens as we walk through a third dimensional reality. And throughout our lifetimes, not just this one, but all of our lifetimes, we've picked up a lot of yucky stuff. And now it's time to just let this stuff go, to work on your shadow, to work with what triggers you. And stay away from anything that's fear-mongering. Stay away from having to jump on looking at news reports every 5 seconds. Use this time to go within and find out who you are, what makes you tick, what you need. This is what we need right now. So just a little quick note to just say everything's good, everything's well. Stay out of fear. Stay out of fear. Stay away from things that bring you fear. Do whatever makes you feel better. Do whatever raises your vibration, whatever that is for you, whether it's art or music or hanging out with loved ones or whatever it is. This is the time to do it. Okay. And so I will bid you a good day. And I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. And I hope you take some of this to heart and make time for yourself. You're never too busy. You can always make time for yourself. You have to come first or you can't help anybody else. All of you want to help others before you help yourself, and that doesn't really work. Again, you're pouring from the proverbial empty teapot then. So fill yourself up so that you can really serve others. Fill yourself up during this time. Clear your vessel of all these discordant energies during this time so that you're ready to create this new earth. And I'm really excited to do it with you. And I will talk to you all really soon. Again, if you like these messages, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also, all the information's below to go to my website if you want to sign up for a newsletter. I have an event tomorrow, a Q&A with Wiltara the Arcturian and the Galactic Federation of Worlds. And if you want to join us, you can sign up for that from my website. And I will talk to you again soon. I love you all. Keep up the good fight. Bye-bye.